Hello, fuck cape shit. Welcome to another Shittywebcomics Weekly episode brought to you, as usual, by our Subscribe Star backers, where you can get access to all to our actual good videos, the fucking deep meat core of all the stuff, the stuff that everyone else will be saying. If you want to see the people who called the Ethan Ralph stuff back in 2019 before everyone else did, you should be listening to us, to Shitty Webcomics. And the best way to get that is to go to our Subscribe Star. Plus, it supports us in general. This week, we wanted to cover the old classic V meme, Laser Cheese, which was originally a comic by some nerdy geek girl who is clearly, well, not just clearly fat, even as she draws herself, but the real life pictures of her, she's even fatter than the fat version of her drawing herself. But the original is Game Spoot. She's going into the Game Spoot and it was raining, and she says, "Geez, did I pick a bad day to wear white?" And you can kind of see her bra through her shirt, and it's a very deviant art tier animu style that just looks all kinds of fucked up, wall-eyed, weird, bizarre shit. And then inside the Game Spoot is her going all anime baka, fucking sweat dorp, angry, yelling, "You can all stop staring now." And it's like this wall of yellow with a bunch of white circles that are supposed to be eyes, I guess. And they're all the arrow, or not arrows, but lines from the white circles going to her tits. And that's the original comic, and it's just fucking the yellow stuff. I guess is supposed to be a bunch of people, but it clearly looks like cheese. So,
Yeah,
and
it's shaped
they're
and
all
colored
shooting their
specifically.
lasers
It looks
at her.
nothing like people. It looks like cheese.
Yeah, it looks more like cheese than anything else possibly ever could. So, so that's the beginning. That's the beginning of the classic meme, and then there's the Para Para cartoon recently by Hee Hee Silly and her girlfriend. It's like a full movie. It's like 50 minutes or so.
Yeah, it's like an hour long. It's amazing.
Yeah, and I've watched the whole thing, and it is good. I think it started a bit slow, but once it gets into it, and if you have a drink or two, I think that helps. But there's several references to laser cheese in it, or just the cheese in general. Like this one, which is like
I do
over a
remember
half
this
hour. I
actually
think
now.
this is
Now
near
that you
the end
mention
of the
it,
movie.
because there's like a fucking. I'm not going to say her name, but yeah, the fucking very typical of like. There were so many of these fucking grills back then from that era, were just like fat anime nerd girls who just, but they liked the shittiest anime. They're kind of the reason why a lot of anime that's popular is just terrible. It's like this stupid ass girl, fucking magical girl bullshit.
Revolutionary whore Utena and Tenchi and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Tenchi
Ranma
Muyo
half.
especially.
I mean, and not that like I haven't seen Ranma half, so I can't really speak for that. But Tenchi sucked, and a lot of the others sucked.
Ranma sounds like it's really fucking oppressive and objectifying to women because it's about a guy. It's fucking very fetishized too, but it's a guy who turns into a hot girl whenever he gets splashed with water or some
I think
shit.
that was actually made, but I think a woman actually made that though. And the
But
same for
I
like
mean,
Sailor Moon and stuff, which
typical for
was
Japanese stuff. The
it's funny
Japanese,
because yeah,
the
there's a
women
lot of
in Japanese
objectification
stuff
in
making
that.
Japanese manga make the women even more objectified than anyone.
Good. Yeah, and the girls who were into anime were clearly just into it because of the style, and it's sort of the content was bouncing off of their stupid heads. Just one endless Wambian moment after
Like
another with them.
we actually covered that directly with the Kill la Kill anime. We had a special post about all the feminists on Twitter or on
It was on
Tumblr.
Tumblr at the time,
But
yeah.
this is actually a fucking very feminist show
Oh yeah,
because
yeah.
she's
There's like viral posts on Tumblr trying to rationalize that Kill la Kill was a feminist show, and it's like, the whole thing about how they had more power the more nakeder they were, and it's like, yeah, it's about female empowerment, and it's like, you clearly aren't really getting it, though.
This is, first off, it's all
You're
100%
buying the narrative.
feministism. Secondly,
And it's
if
a
some
joke narrative.
American made
This show
you
is
people
making
would
it
be
a joke
screaming the
narrative the whole
loudest
time.
about objectification and fucking this fucking she suffers any remote physical pain, which makes this fucking oppression. It's violence against women because
Yeah,
you
and
can never do that.
clearly these dumb, broad female anime fans are blissfully unaware of the concept of Riona, and most of that stuff. And also the point is that Ryoko was supposed to be embarrassed to be half naked and shamed and mocked and laughed at. That was part of the fun. And then eventually it's just like, now let's just get to her being fucking. But again, that Kill la Kill, to be honest, really should have only been 13 episodes. It would have been way better that way, but still.
Yeah,
Very stylish.
there's a lot of typical anime stuff, but it did lean heavy into the objectification skit.
Well, and a lot of self-awareness, which again is something that a lot of the dumb, broad anime fans of the time were just blissfully, just completely in the dark about. Anyways, yeah, this part of the of Para Para was funny because it's just the big competition, and this stupid whore host is like upskirting herself, just pulling her skirt up, and in the background is gamer chicks, because guys aren't the only ones who play video games. ... And it's clearly the same artist who did the original Laser Cheese comic. And then, yeah, here's another scene of when the main hero protagonists of Para Para are doing their show. It's in front of a giant wall of laser cheese. And then here's the main chick's friend in Para Para from earlier, actually, is surrounded by laser cheese, and they're all shooting lasers at him, and he vaporizes. He's wearing this giant pearl necklace, too. Yeah, that was a funny part as well.
What is that about?
What's going on with that? And then here's this other part I liked was later in the movie again. I think this was before the big competition. Is she's out on the balcony thinking, and her friends are around, and they're fucking just eating or doing whatever. And on the wall is this poster that's Ethan Ralph's giant close up on Ethan Ralph's giant fat screaming face, and at the bottom of the poster it says "Believe" in cursive, which is just that made me laugh the hardest out of everything else I liked, but that really made me laugh. Was just the "Believe" poster with Ethan's fucking dumb fat red face, red and sweaty, screaming of hog face mid holler.
He's officially made it. He is finally the lol cow.
Yes. Anyways, here's another one of the memes though, was the choking meme from Last of Us 2, but it's her choking a guy who is laser cheese with eyes that are all fucking, shooting. And it's square to "Stop Staring Now" from inside the game spoot. That's one thing about the original comic, is that the laser cheese doesn't even look like a bunch of people, because you can see it against the wall. It's like fucking only, 4 feet tall of just a yellow mass with circles in it. And then here's the Sparrow version to cap this off. Censored, of course, because, otherwise it's just porn. This one actually not quite as pornographic, just nudity and a bunch of dicks, of course. I made sure to censor all of those, but yeah, it's the same game spoot. And geez, did I pick a bad day to wear white? And it's sort of the see-through shirt, but it's actually drawn better and attractive. And then you can all stop staring now, and she actually looks happy as she's pulling her shirt up to flop out her giant fat whore tits. And Sparrow actually drew the guys as guys, but they're all yellow with like blank white eyes. Um, oh yeah, and her ass has 34.99 used game sticker from that, like you would see at the actual GameStop.
It's like she is the product.
She is the thing to purchase. What do you do when you purchase her? I don't know. But anyways, the oh no, what's this doing in this last thing from Chainsaw Man where the girl is saying how big's that dick boy and he goes small, leave me alone, and she's just shocked. No, she's like the fucking
She's horrifying.
traumatized elf that's
Yeah,
like
the
fucking
fucking
look Gorg, telling the orc is like, I know you want to rape me with your giant barbed cock, and the orc is like, no, not really. I wasn't never into the whole elf rape thing anyway. And then she's just horrified to
she's
hear that.
horrified at the idea.
Just the idea that an orc wouldn't want to rape an elf, how horrible. Anyways, so
Okay.
yeah, that's just touching on laser cheese. Some another classic, a sort of a V classic, along with some other stuff. And again, I recommend Para Para the movie. Just search YouTube for it. Some good funny stuff. There were a couple other really funny parts, not just the Ethan Ralph poster, but that does make me laugh just thinking about it. I would like a poster like that myself if she had a merch store and sold that, but um, apparently she shut down her Discord recently because a guy was telling her how beautiful she was over and over again, and she just fucking lost
Oh,
it. And she shut down her Discord and moved um, to Telegram or something. It's like, whatever. Uh, which is funny, but at the same time, it's like, that's too bad. But, hey, women. Women. Anyways,
gentlemen, I regret to inform you that women.
women. Anyways, if you want to check out more stuff, check out our Subscribe Star. Tons and tons of
I do
videos
want to stress
behind the
this with a fucking
paywall.
subscribe star. First off, we need the money. Fuck you, pay me. We
Yes.
need the money more than anyone. We're actually working. This is our job, and we don't get paid enough for it. So
People don't
we
appreciate the
deserve
truth
to make
enough. That
more
that's
money.
the
And the stuff that's being covered in that stuff is like it's some of the most important and dangerous fucking information
Yeah, it's
imaginable.
genuinely the next level kind of stuff. Like, imagine if somebody told you about Ethan Ralph's meltdown an entire year or two before it happened. That's what we did. So again, if you want to be kept in the
That
loop
happened. We did that.
before the loop even happens, you should be subscribing to our Subscribe Star. If you want to know anything that everyone else will be saying in the coming years, the only way to do that is to give us money on our Subscribe Star. Only $5 a month for all of the videos, or even $1 a month will give you some of our videos. And a big treasure trove of like really good stuff, other reviews, that kind of thing. In fact, I think we're going to be doing a review of another comic soon that we'll put a preview, or a part of it will be a Shitty Webcomics Weekly episode, but the full thing will be up on our Subscribe Star. That'll be, again, if you subscribe to our Subscribe Star right now and just stay subscribed to our Subscribe Star, you'll be able to see that when that comes out. And it's best not to miss out, because unless you want to miss out, if you want to miss out, if you don't want to know the truth, if you don't want to know what everyone will be saying in the coming years, don't subscribe to our Subscribe Star. But if you do want to know those things, then just give us a few bucks a month. Wonderful. What
Does it give
wonderful
them
things.
access to all of the videos that are already posted?
Yeah, all of the videos. There's so many videos. Yeah, all of our videos, like, again, if
There's
you just
like
subscribe, you
fucking
get
there's a few
access to all of
hundred
them.
now. We got several hundred in there. Some of those videos go back way far back too,
Yeah, I
because
did
again,
repost. I did like sort of remirror and repost some of the old classics that were gone when our previous channel got false flagged off of the internet. But I was able to salvage some of the stuff, and that's been reposted. Some of our old streams, we did like 5 or 6 streams on D Live. Those were mirrored, and those are hosted on Subscribestar now as well. So again, there's just so much stuff. It's all wonderful. So check that out. You should check that out regardless. You should be paying us because nobody else will tell you the truth, and because everyone else out there wants to deplatform us. So you should be putting your money where your mouth is as far as supporting the telling of ontological truth and reality, and otherwise remember what everyone else says, that you should have listened to Shitty Webcomics.